Alexa, what time is it? It's currently 3:12 on 11/26 of 2024. That is also a 26. A moment to pull some energy, pull some information in as the middle of my back was. That's where the information was coming from. It's imparting where the crystal says. And that is the spirit of you as your intuition. That is the Christ. But come in, Messiah. So looks like they were allowed to have their little celebrations because Source knows the truth. Knew it then and knows it now. So they were allowed to have what appeared to them to be a victory. So the song that Judy wanted to dance to at the wedding, we got to dance to that song. The place that we were going to have the wedding. We got to go on the day of a wedding. It's kind of poetic. Sentencing happens on your sentence starts on your father's birthday. It's kind of poetic. We'll also observe the confirmations in the background. You can change your life with vibration. All of vibration comes with a certain amount of power and energy. Oh my divine, send it up my crystal. Send it up my room. So I think about the journey. And I think about my 70 beats per minute or whatever. And I think, thank you, Galactic Council. Thank you. Thank you, Sanhedrin Council, for your judging of righteousness and lawless, of light and dark, good and evil. Wherever these feet step are judged righteous or lawless. Wherever these feet step are judged righteous or lawless. Wherever these feet step is judged righteous or lawless. So they got to enjoy have all of their shindigs, soirees, masquerades, whatever other shenanigans. And in some of those cases, the collective was a part of those. By the way, the talk show is going to be called The Collective. Something about Riverside. I actually forgot that I was recording. I was off somewhere else. I forgot I was even recording. My right hand is tingling. Specifically on the knuckles, on the inside of my hand, right? So on the palm side, but where my knuckle, where your fingers bend at, in the middle of your knuckles. So maybe there's something about some joints getting, I don't know, lubed, exercised, I don't know. Things that used to creak, squeak, no longer do. Return to sender all numbing spells. I am a demonstration of divine source on the earth. I am a demonstration of divine source on this earth. I am a demonstration of divine source on this earth. My authority comes from divine. My authority comes from divine. My authority comes from divine. Think about moments and times and events. And it really is a paradigm shift. some have managed to become spiritual architects and alchemists. I can feel my full form. I can feel my full form. Today is the 330th day of the year. Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it? It's 3:32. Love you, divine source. You are my girlfriend. Might be something about the name Brian or Cheney. Brian Cheney. Or a firefighter. Or someone who's bald. Let's thank the universe for shutting down the operation. Thank you, universe, for shutting down the ops operation. with your sweet, sexy ways. You give me hope. Mm. I'll always love you for the rest of my days. You have won my heart, my soul. As I give to you, Noma, you give back to me. As I give to you, Numa, you give back to me. Divine Source is looking for champions. The universe looking for champions. Your ancestors are hoping that you can be. But it's not your job to clean up their mess. It's not your focus. Be good to yourself and you will be good to them. Divine, help the collective. Help us in all our goings and in all of our comings. Help us, Divine Source. think about the lifetime of synchronicities of the first for the few of us that are really spearheading this transition here on this planet. Thank you, Divine Source. There's no veil anymore. Not when it comes to me. Not when it comes to this. Not when it comes to us. There's no veil anymore. I have come to realize, and I guess I've already known, I've come to a place of embracing that it's not about me, even regarding injustices. It's not about just me. It's about me, but not just me. And with patience, time, and faith, anything is possible. Patience, time, and faith. Manifest anything. You can bring about anything. You can create or destroy anything with those three. When you have those three together, negative or positive, it doesn't matter. Be open to new perspectives, but do not be open to lies. Be open to new perspectives, but do not be open to lies or receptive or accepting of them. And let the universe know, universe, I am open to different perspectives, but I am not open to lies, manipulation, deceit, witchcraft, and trickery. Heard you're getting married. Heard you're getting married. This time you're really sure. Someone's really feeling that song. It's a very sad, very depressing, just a very sad song. Almost an ache. But that song speaks about one individual finding out that someone that they were involved with at some point in time is getting married, and how it's not their thing. The person on the outside looking in, marriage isn't their thing, and settling down isn't their thing. They enjoy running the streets. And I suppose for some, there are those energies that will sit at home, allow them to be rambunctious, and come home. And perhaps it's because they are also being rambunctious, and so it's just they found cohesion amongst themselves in that way. I'm going to tell you what my goal is. I'm going to tell you where my face is. It's facing towards being the demonstration and the illustration, because the 3D is an illusion. The demonstration and the illustration. There's something about ground wall, the ground and the wall. It's intersecting points. I don't know, that's a 90-degree angle, the ground and the wall. Maybe there's something about 90 degrees on 9. Angles, vantage points, right angles, left angles. I think. I hope. I think. That I finally ridded myself. Finally ridded spirit of all of the karmic shrapnel, and I think we're there. I think we finally got it all out. You know, it's a surgical procedure. I feel like a dentist or some other type of surgeon. Hear the confirmation. And I understand sometimes feeling like you're the only one. I understand that on a deep level today. I understand that I can only take this life into consideration, meaning the one that I've lived in this for 49 years, 362 days. Thank you for the first Jubilee. I just got a tremendous sense of like doves and olive branches and wine for some reason, like immediately. Doves, olive branches with the olives on them, actually, is what I'm seeing, and wine. I just got that clearly. I know for me, the journey really only got difficult the last couple of years. Prior to that, I didn't even notice, and that's what's interesting about enlightenment and awareness. So it's interesting about it. It's like accountability. There's a reason why police officers take you back to your parents when you are certain ages, and then at a certain point they no longer take you to your parents' house. They hold you accountable directly. But yeah, I think about, and I have been really over the last few days, probably, just thinking about this as far back as I can remember, and the journeys, some memories that I haven't thought about in quite some time. Thinking about the first 50 years. And the stark difference where I am today. And for some reason I'm feeling the need to say, even though I'm not 50 yet, and that's because every second counts when it comes to esoteric divine timing. I guess that's the only kind of divine timing. But every second counts, and even down, even smaller than that. Okay? That's why give me one moment, right? And actually, many of them, please, when I'm racing with destiny. And we are holding hands and headed towards the finish line, whatever that finish line might be. And I see that as just an ending of one chapter, or cycles and beginning of new. And cycles has a negative connotation to it, which it should not have. It's like asking permission, or being submissive. Neither one of those things are an illustration or showing that the individual who is exuding those characteristics is a lesser person, but it actually shows that they are greater. So the person who is able to walk away without reacting emotionally, that person is stronger than the person standing out in the middle of the street yelling and screaming uncontrollably, right? Even though that person standing out in the middle of the street screaming uncontrollably might feel as if they're free, they're really not. They're in a cage. They might feel they're free because they're yelling, but they're not. And so, yeah, so many revelations. And I think probably about 2 days after I posted the last video about me going off air, I guess, if you will, for a little while, probably 2 days after, I was good. And I've really just been continuing to work on myself. And in and continue to feed my stoicism and my stick-to-itiveness, my faith, knowing that with time, patience, that I too can live as divine has spoken and as the Akashic records show. And we will get there. Oh, there was a song that came on, I think during a commercial or something. And they were playing one of the songs that me and Matt used to sing as kids when we were growing up. Well, as kids, I guess when you're a kid, that is what you're doing. You are growing up. But why do people say that? But I say people stuff sometimes. I try not to, but I do. There's someone out there who's they are a spiritual oracle. Their initials are AET. I don't know them personally. They just came to me just now. But I send strength to you and encouragement. Thank you for speaking to the collective and sending out confirmation, sending out all the oracles that you do. You are a truth speaker. AET. And funny. It's a guy. They are a guy. And I'm not subscribed to, again, I'm not subscribed to their channel or anything, but Divine has brought them to me for a reason. You might be an AE. I'm not going to say what that is because I don't want witchcraft or any additional witchcraft being sent to them. So I won't say their name, but you might be an AE or those initials might be significant for you. AET. Oh, maybe there's something about tea. Or there's something with someone's eating. Someone's having an issue with eat or eating too much or too little. I go through those myself. Again, there's another one of those. I go through those myself. I am myself. Why do I need to say myself? I go through those too. Just those little tweaks. That's how much the detail matters. Those little tweaks. The details matter more, even more than that. Thank you, Horace. Thank you. Clear cognizance. Alexa, what is clear cognizance? Alexa, what is clear cognizance? Alexa. So we're involved in some clear cognizance. Of course. Things, events without explanation, or knowings without explanation, I guess. Knowings, yeah, knowings, not events, knowings. Events without, events. There will be events without cause, seemingly. So there will be hurricanes outside of hurricane season, tsunamis when it's said it's not, shouldn't be, or whatever, mudslides, whatever. And I'm naming natural disasters for a reason, because Mother Nature speaks to us through the clairs, and Mother Nature speaks through us, or Spirit, Divine Source speaks through us through Mother Nature. So both ways, right? So, and there might be something about that, someone going both ways. So, look, it's just this simple. This time around, you have a vagina or you have a penis. Whichever one of those organs that you do not naturally have, that is the organ that you are to be joined to in order to reproduce after your own kind. Okay? Adoption is good and beneficial, but that is not reproducing after your own kind. You do understand that. I can be a baker, but I can also go to the store as a baker and buy the bread. Just because I am a baker and go to the store to buy the bread doesn't mean that I bake the bread. That's not my bread. And again, nothing against adoptions, but that's not my bread. Thank you, Divine Source. You are true. Low key, big key. Low key, big key. Unlike superior elegance understated. I just said that, and Alexa came on and said, I'm not sure how to help you with that. I did not say that name, to call to get the attention, to ask the question. That name that starts with an A. Yeah, I didn't say that. But it just came on and said they don't know how to help me with that. So guess what? They, whoever they are, I started this video out saying they. Who are they? You know who they are. They are different for all of us. Someone just says, shut up. Someone needs to shut up. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. That was real clear. I just heard someone yell. Someone just says, shut up. It's interesting. The enemy is confusing themselves and confused themselves, because from a psychological standpoint, is that the best word? No. From a neurotransmitting perspective, from a frequency perspective, it doesn't make sense if someone says, that's it, yeah, from a frequency perspective, high vibrational frequency perspective, it doesn't make sense if someone says, stop talking. Ooh, I'm reminded of TV show, was it The King of Queens? And Doug and Carrie, there might be something, again, those names might be significant for you. But Doug and Carrie she had, oh no, it was my wife and kids. It was My Wife and Kids. One of the few shows that did not demean the masculine of the house. And so in the TV show, Tisha Campbell and Damon Wayans are the stars of the show, and she's coming home from work and from her job, and I think the character Michael Kyle is trying to I don't remember exactly how it went, but anyway, she comes in, she's complaining about how bad her day was at the office. And he keeps he keeps trying to interrupt her, and she keeps telling him to shut up. She just wants him to listen. and and it's like she says something, and he says, "But," and she's like, "Shut up, I'm talking." And then she says something else, and then he tries to, and she ask her a question about what she says, and she doesn't want to. And then eventually, he stops talking, and she asks him another question, and he doesn't reply. He's just quiet, and then she says, "Answer me, I'm talking to you." And that's how the enemy is. The enemy's like, don't speak, don't post, don't. And then when you don't, then they're upset at that, right? Because now they have less access to you. So that just goes to show you what an oxymoron mind, low vibrational beings who are humans and have not ascended, what that is. That makes no logical sense. The parent that disciplines you, gives you an old school whooping and then tells you to shut up and stop crying, that parent is ignorant and foolish. Okay? Because why? I don't know. It's just, things are just very, 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 it's just very clear to me today. It's 4:22 on the timer. That's 4:22. It's just very clear to me today that a very logical approach. Look, you want me to stop crying, but you keep hitting me. When you hit me, I feel pain. That pain causes tears. You want me to sit here as if what you're doing is not causing the pain and the tears, and then when I do that, you commence to doing more to me, or hitting me harder, or throwing more at me, or whatever else, because now I'm not crying when you are yelling at me to stop crying. Again, do you see the anomaly? Do you see the backwards thinking in society? And it's just not in the discipline. That's an example. But do you see it all over the globe? Do you see it? All the people who are complaining about the presidency, but yet they're not running for office. Shut the fuck up. Unless you're going to run for office. If you're not going to run for office, stop complaining and just deal with whoever gets put in the office, whoever gets voted in. Don't complain. Because if you're complaining, that means you have better ideas. And if you have better ideas, you need to run for office or go build one yourself. Whatever that widget happens to be. If it's a country, go build a country yourself. But that's society today. Society is gnawing on their own hand in an effort to blame someone else and not take accountability. But they don't realize they're gnawing on their own hand. And that's going to be the downfall. Okay? That's going to be the downfall. That's what it means to not bite the hand that feeds you. That's what that means. In part. It would be wise of me not to cut off my hands, right, or damage them to the point to where I cannot use them. I use them to feed me. So, right, it'd be wise to take care of them. I took a picture of the sun the other day, and it was a raw ring around the sun. And when I took the picture, I took two pictures. There might be something about 426. It's 46 degrees on 26. 46 degrees 20 on the 26th, and it's 426. Collective return to sender. All of the emotions about being left out in the cold that the fallen or dark energies are trying to send to you. Return those to the senders. You need to do that. I return mine to my senders. It just went from 46 to 49 degrees on the echo. That's a 3-degree change. Could be something about 3 degrees. Was that a band? 3 degrees? I don't know. Yeah, or 46 and 49. Oh, I seriously doubt if it's true, but and if it is, well, I wish them the best and yeah, peace and comfort. I had someone reach out to me some time ago. Well, I say some time ago, a couple of weeks ago. and back in maybe September sometime. And they were wondering why I unfriended them on social media, and they told me that they and I didn't respond to them, and then they sent me another message and they told me that they had lung cancer, and they might, I don't know, but honestly I don't think so. I think it's just some ploy to get me to I don't know, accept their energy back into my life or something like that. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. And that person lives in another country, so it's actually easier anyway. But that's again, watch out for those, okay? Because even those little bitty leeches, yeah. You gave me hope when I needed someone near. You give me everything. Tell me who could ask for. Taylor Dane. Someone's name might be Taylor. Or someone's name is Taylor. Not might be. Someone's name is Taylor. Interesting. Yeah, so of course I don't know where you are in your life specifically. But for me, I know how the first half, I know how the first part of my life was lived. Some things due to my own choices, some things not. More so pertaining to the things of the younger age, obviously not being in my control. Okay, so for instance, if I was given away or sold or led to falsely believe that my parents are not like, those things are out of our control, collective, and we hopefully at this point in time of ascension we've come to understand that, and that is not a point of contention or what have you, but we sit in our sincerity and genuine innocence when it comes to those things. But pertaining to things that I am accountable for, all are lessons, all were not necessary. Because college isn't necessary for everybody who wants to go to the MBA. It's necessary for most, but not for everybody. And one of my big things has been with Most High, has been I know my faithfulness. I know my I know my faithfulness, and I am so obedient. And you know something? When I think about them, when I think about how they really tried to kick my ass and kill me for loving them. I'm going to say that again, please. Yeah. I'm going to say that again. My internal self was saying, say that again, please. Or my external self was asking. But they were doing witchcraft against me. And trying to kick my ass, and they were doing all of this because I was loving them. Isn't that interesting? Have you ever given someone something, a gift, and they yelled at you for it? Or try to go to give someone a hug and they push you away? So what do we do? When I'm just envisioning this, and I really want it to sink in. I want it to sink into me so that the mistake is never made again. And that's my oversights. So I'm coming up to you. Envision this. Going up to someone. And I say, hi. And they say, hi. Wonderful to meet you. Wonderful to meet you. Want to grab lunch? Yeah, let's grab lunch. A couple of us are going out. Want to go out? Okay, let's go out. Six months down the road. Good morning. Hey, baby. How you doing? Hey, honey. How's everything? Good. Good morning. Hey. Have a great day at work. Okay, have a great... Right. 6 months later. A year from the start. You approach them. Say, honey. You know, I've been thinking. And well, I've not met someone like you. And they're like, oh, I've never met someone like you. Oh, yes, yes. And they say yes, you propose. They say yes, they propose. You say yes, however it goes. And then you get to your wedding day. And you're standing there by yourself. Room full of guests. The venue is paid for. The DJ is ready. Champagne's on ice. The celebration is set to begin, and everyone is ready to rejoice with us. But he or she is nowhere to be found. Collective, essentially, for those of you who are on this timeline, that's what? the fallen masculine or fallen feminine, whichever you are not. Okay. For some of us, it's a little heavier than that, and the individual that fell is a twin flame. And in those situations where the individual who fell was a twin flame and it was supposed to be a contract that was to be carried out for you two to work together in this lifetime, and them to bring forth the golden child, as you are one, and you produce after your own kind. They failed. Whoever it is, him or her, they failed. And that's fair, because we failed too. And I just got a song. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. I don't know who sings that. I believe it's categorized as a Christian song, but I don't know. But as we near 5 o'clock, it's 4:46. Excuse me, confirmation, burps. So as we near 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock is the end of the witching hour. We fall down, but we get up. We fell down, but we got up. We fell down, but we got up. There's something about a heavy set, light-skinned female with their hair like all up in a, it's not a bun. I called them I call them turds. I don't know what you call them. But when their hair is like sticking straight up in the air, like I don't know what you call that. All their hair is like sticking straight up in the air and like rubber bands or something. I call it a turd. I don't know what the cosmetology name of it is. I don't know what the name of that is. But there's something about a heavy set female, light skinned, and their hair is up like that. So they could be Spanish, okay, or Hispanic ethnicity this lifetime. With what I'm seeing, at their olive color and that kind of olive colored skin, and then the straight black hair that's all pulled up, yeah. So, um, They treated us like we didn't know who we were. Are. They treated us like we didn't know who we are. Mm. Think about all those who have come and gone in the 50 years that I've been here this lifetime. Some of them I think about every day. Yeah, I think about Matthew every day. I think about him many times a day. I talk to him every day. I think about Marcia every day. And think about Linda every day. Think about Berlin and Odessa and Berlin Jr. every day. Every day. Think about my cousin Troy every day. I think about Carrie every day. I do. One of the many one of the many balancing acts that we will have to continuously manage here in this dimension collective is determining what is for your good and what is not. That is a walk that is forever in this form, and in this current state of the apostasy. So every day we wake up, our flesh, we go through it and all its whatever's changes, whatever's, right? Go to work, go to wherever, school, whatever we're doing, retirement, and from the cup of coffee that you have that morning, where you get it from, if you make it yourself, how much sugar you put in, how much coffee you put in, how much water. Every little thing is a decision. I say little, but every decision you make is for your good or to your detriment. Every decision, the toothpaste you pick, whether or not you brush your teeth, everything you do is to your benefit or detriment. And I really do believe that we're going to start to see more deliberate actions from the Creator. We are going to start to see more deliberate actions from the Creator. So, what are deliberate actions? So, I spoke earlier about Mother Nature, about Gaia, or Anthea if you are Grecian or Greco-Roman ancestry. Anthea. And tsunamis and storms and things. But it has been a long time. Hundreds of years, nearly 1,000. It has been a long time, 7. It has been hundreds of years since man has recognized the power of God. Human. It has been hundreds of years since man has even recognized the power of God. Divine source. I don't like saying God. They don't like it either. So it's time for divine source to show up and show out in a dramatic way, and that's what they're about to do. Okay? That's what he and she is about to do. Okay? Divine source is yin and yang. They are perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy. So those of you wondering why I say he and she, that is why. They are complete. They are all encompassing. They're the only one. Even Yeshua, the ascended master, is not all encompassing. That's why he's an ascended master and he's not the creator. So stop praying to Jesus. Again, I keep warning us about that, all the religious people. Jesus doesn't answer your prayers. Okay? Just hearing geese or duck. Seems interesting to hear in Arizona. Lots of hummingbirds. On one of my walks last week, I think, I was walking past a flower garden, and a hummingbird and a butterfly were on the same, were in, within the hand's reach of each other, my hand, within a hand's width of each other in the same flower bed. A hummingbird and a butterfly. The butterfly was a monarch butterfly. The hummingbird, I'm not familiar with them, but it was fluorescent kind of greenish bluish in color. But yeah, I stopped actually on the trail. I stopped and just admired them for a moment and thanked my ancestors for showing up. I think that's pretty unique on a butterfly and a hummingbird simultaneously. Been connecting to Polaris. And Polaris star seeds. There's something about Karma Sutra. Alexa, what is Karma Sutra? No. Okay. So there's something. I knew generally what it was. I always like to ask for definitions because if there are words that jump out, that carry certain energy, and so I ask. I know what a door is, but I might ask, what is a door? Because I might have some description or something that rings for the moment. So there's something about that, perhaps tantric events, moments, whatevers, with Polaris star seeds and others. Something about a goat. Oh no, not a goat, sorry, a ram. Yeah, a ram, not a goat. So ram, arm, and mar. What else? MRA. Yeah, all of those are words that can be made from RAM, the letters RAM. Yeah, my root chakra's tingling. There's definitely something about ram. It could be a ram truck. Los Angeles Rams, the football team. Could be something about ramming something. Could be a raid. The teachers. There's something about a teacher showing up when the student's ready. Yes, definitely something about the teacher showing up when the student's ready. So if you are a student collective or if you are a teacher, truly we are both forever, but anyway. Yeah, so if you are the teacher, continue to prepare yourself. As the students are arriving, begin to arrive. That sounds good. The students are beginning to arrive. The students are beginning to arrive. The students are beginning to arrive. Hmm. Oh, I think I mentioned this. Maybe not. You all remember me. I spoke about someone back in the summertime, maybe August, and their name is Emily. Well, Emily turned out to be a fraud. Okay, Emily is a stalker, doppelganger. Emily is, yeah. Okay. So just so that individual, and I only say it so that if they come back and listen to this video, that they know that I know. And they probably do, because I, again, removed the connection from them on social media. So I took my energy back. And, yep. Because I started to look into who they were, to see if they were really truly who they were. But what really gave them away is when they called me and had someone else on speakerphone whose name they said was Kim. During that conversation, when I hung up, Spirit immediately began to reveal some things to me, and that's why I went ahead and did what I did. So just so that they're aware. That Emily was claiming that she lives in Minnesota and works for a company called Connect Ship. It's interesting, I haven't heard from Emily since that call. Isn't that interesting? Again. I was going to say in my early years, but in my naive years, I would have let that slide. There's something about Jackson. Someone's named Jackson. That could be a first name. Something about Mother Mary, Mother Teresa, Mother Mary. Not Saint Mary the Ascended Master. There's something about Mother Teresa I just saw in a, something, an orb or something. But there's something about Mother Teresa, or Catholicism, Catholic, something. I wonder spiritually, how is Mother Teresa? I mean, truly. Because we all know Catholicism is garbage. We know that. But I mean, genuinely in her heart. Not what she showed. Not what she showed. Collective. Again, not the outward expression. I'm talking about, I wonder how her heart chakra. I wonder. In part because she was a part of Catholicism. I wonder. Did she struggle with any of their legal bullshit? Like, I wonder, like, did any of that bother her? That she was a part of a religion that put a man in the place of God, right? To talk to instead of going directly to. Like, I wonder if that any of that bothered her. Because Catholicism does that. You don't need to tell a man your secrets. You can go right to divine source. I just wonder. The other day, I started watching, I know why now, but the other day I started watching just randomly. I watched, like, I don't even know how many episodes of Love Connection. Just immediately. It just like hit me. And I was just like, huh. Yeah, let's laugh a little and let's see and I don't know. It was kind of interesting. And as I just clicked on it, and wouldn't you know, 3 days ago, Chuck Woolery passed. And on the probably on the 21st, 22nd, somewhere around there, 23rd, that's when I was watching those episodes. And again, There are others out there who are picking up those vibrations too. For those who are getting ready to ascend and leave this 3D place, I'm not the only one. But I've known that about myself and my ability or my receptivity to downloading those things is real and true. I've seen that before. Um, and obviously I don't have any personal relationship with Chuck or his family, so um, yeah, I remember a couple of other people that I've gotten downloads for over the years about them passing. I remember Luther Vandross. I got downloads about him before he passed, specifically. Who else? And I'm trying to think of celebrities. I have personal people that I know personally, but or other events in their life or whatever. It was there's been a few this year. Tachina Arnold. Natalie. The name Natalie is important. And I said Natalie, I meant Natasha. Natasha Bedingfield, whose name I mentioned recently. Taylor Dane. Post Malone. Got feelings about Louis Gossett Jr. before he passed. Yeah. Nothing about James Earl Jones. Nothing about James Aim. No. No, I don't think so. About James, I don't think so. Thinking about John Candy for some reason, although I do not remember getting anything about any downloads about John Candy. There might be someone's name might be John or Candy, Ken or Candida. I know a Candida. I know, yeah, we call her Candy, Candida. Oh, the name Shelley. I know. I am aware of two Shelleys. One Shelley, I'm not even sure if, well, actually, I guess neither one of them I'm not sure, but one I've known in recent years. So, but one I met when I was in the military at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, and her then husband's name is Jason, and he's since remarried and lives in Illinois. He's retired. I think he did I want to say he did 26 years Army, and me and my then wife, when I was at Fort Bragg, we lived with him for a while. Yeah, Yeah, Jason and Shelley. And then there's a Shelley Stewart. And Shelley Stewart is the CEO of Southern Title in Florida. And so that's who Shelley Stewart is. Yeah, and anyone else I know whose name is Shelley, it's a shortened name that they go by. Like their name might be Michelle, but people call them Shell or Shelly or something. Thank you, Most High, for another rotation around the sun this lifetime. This one is a marked one and a highly anticipated, as it is the end of my first Jubilee this lifetime. Confirmation. It has been a not so easy road, the first 50. I would like to say I am gonna say I hope the next 50 and then the next 50 or even beyond that, and beyond that, or even more joyful than the first 50, more bountiful, spiritually more rich. I do not seek men's praises. I do not seek men's pleasures. Only man's faithfulness. If they have any. You've been gifted with something that requires a great deal on our part. And to be honest with you, most people aren't up for it, and that's, I don't know, it's a shame, really. Because although it's not easy, it is rewarding, and I say that with the money in the bank that I have. I say that on the makeshift bed that I am laying on. I say that with what's in the refrigerator. I say that with the discrepancies that have been placed on my credit. I say that with all of that, and whatever else that the enemy has done. I say with all of that, I say it's still better than going the way of darkness. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't volunteer for it. But I'd do 4.5 years of dialysis over and over and over again before I ever turned to be a dark karmic energy that ends up doing witchcraft against those that I externally show to love. I am actually surprised many of these people, many of these beings have not taken these humans out, ended their lives. I'm really surprised. Because that's all the demon wants to do. And so something has to fulfill that contract. Most High, don't have me, please. Don't have me call out names. Please don't do that. Because we're beyond that. I was feeling names. I was about to start saying names, and again, not angrily or anything. I don't think it's necessary anymore. There's plenty of information on this platform with individuals' names on it. And some of them the names are actually in the titles of the videos. So the FBI and everyone already knows who they are, so I don't need to. But maybe that was just Spirit letting me know, and because of my receptivity, I was about to speak it, but yeah. I hear you. Thank you, Spirit. I see you, soul that you are. I do love you. And your family does. Your mother does. There's still plenty left, but I understand. Because it has to go somewhere. And so when the spell work is conjured up, the demon comes out hungry. I remember thinking about not Blockbuster, but Ghostbusters. And you remember Slimer, right? And the very first one, I think it was the first Ghostbusters, when they went into the hotel and in New York City, and Slimer was there, and he was in the hallway, and he was like eating the food off the tray, right? And he was just this big old nasty blob of a thing, right? That's all the demon is. That's all that it is. And when it leaves your body, that's all that it is. That's all that it is. It's just that ugly, green, slimy, smelly, stinky thing. And even in the movie, you remember when they got slimed, like they would even feel different. Right? It also is reminding me of the Nickelodeon TV show Double Dare. I used to love that show. Double Dare was amazing. I need to go watch some episodes for nostalgia. But there might be something about a double dare. Or a dare, maybe someone dared someone. Now someone's saying, I double dare you. I hope whoever that person is doesn't take that double dare, because okay, so double dare, double dare, double something, double death, double murder, suicide. That's a double death. Again, I almost said names. No one's reached out to me. Isn't that interesting? No one's reached out to the healer for healing. Maybe they know another healer. There is more than one for sure. Thank goodness, because I wouldn't want to do this by myself. I don't have enough patience or tolerance I don't. I am, yeah. I'm a bit too soldier for most of these humans. I'm a bit too warrior for most of these. And that's not bragging. That's what my murder, death, kill record shows. You know something that I've thought about, collective? I've thought about also a different side of my first 50. In 50 years, well, it'll go into the start of the 51st year, which actually starts on the celebration day of the 50th, right? So, anyway, your first birthday is the day you were birthed, not the day that you turn 1. Okay, I don't know why people celebrate your 1-year birthday. Like, anyway, never mind. That's me and my whatever science calls ADHD, autistic whatever, right? That sees it as your birthing day as your first birthday, and not the day you turn 1. That's actually the beginning of your second year. Anyway, so there's something about altruism. Alexa, what is altruism? Altruism, the care and concern for a higher life, for animals, nature, right? Also, I am interested in Bhutan's, that is a very small country, but I am interested in Bhutan's way of living, about mindfulness, and yeah, I am very much interested in that. And that's Bhutan, Bhutan, Bhutan. That country has generated and developed, its leaders have generated and developed a culture of mindfulness. And I think it's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Divine, for revealing all of the schemes and scabs of the enemy. All of the stalking, all of the wanting to unalive us, all of the following us, all their cars and the whatever, Ford Focuses and whatever it is that they're doing. Nissan Altimas, whatever's, Mitsubishis. We thank you, Divine. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you, Star Seeds, Light Workers. Thank you for your intercession. Thank you for your divine touch. Gaia needs it. Man needs it, whether they want to recognize it or not. Thank you, collective. 244 subscribers. That number's significant. It's been at 244 for probably a month now. Sorry. That's the third time I just zone out for. Again, just thinking about all the beautiful seed I've sown over the time, over the 50 years. Not all of it was good. I've done some karmic stuff. Not a lot, but I've done some karmic things. Okay, and I can truly say not a lot, but I have done some karmic stuff. Nearly all of it was prior to 2007, which was my first awakening. Or end of 2006 actually was my first awakening, or dark night of the soul. Which I didn't recognize it as that back then. I recognized it as a type of awakening. Oh, and that picture of the sun that I took, there was a turquoise aura in the lower right, so southeast, and then the second picture, it was closer to the sun, still traveling in that now northwestern direction. Okay, so there's something about that, something traveling from the south to the north, or southeast to northwest. There might be something about that, or something about polarities. Yeah, it's probably more like something about polarities. Those corners of this country are Washington, the state of Washington, and Florida is where those two points are. Or that direction, you know what I mean. Recently, I've been like kind of up and ready to go. like really not wanting to be inside a lot. You know, I'm going for like 2 and 3 walks a day now. Like, so it's, yeah, I'm definitely feeling kind of cooped up, yeah. So that, again, that's just another indication that it's almost time. That's all. It's almost time. Time for what? The big reveal, your debut, collective. It's almost time. $28 might be significant for you. That's a 10, breaks down to a 1. Could also be seen as 33. That was a good stretch, in case you were wondering. So I think I'll end the recording now. It is 46 degrees. Again, November 26th of 2024. And it is 5:43 on the clock. 5:43 Mountain Standard Time on the clock. When I was saying the date, it turned 5:43. It was 5:42. So count down. Collective, I love you and thank you for being a part of the journey. It is not easy. It is not ordinary. And it is not for the faint of heart. My hope is that love lifts us up where we belong. That's my hope. Because all we have is here and now. All our lives out there to find. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lift us up where we belong, up where the eagles cry, on a mountain high. We've always been strong enough, collective. We've always been strong enough. We just needed to believe. For some of us, and for others of us, they just needed to see. Thank you for being a part of the journey.